Good morning, everybody. It's Mary Kathleen Waters, and welcome to another session of Sunday Feels. It's been a very powerful and beautiful weekend. I've actually been very much gifted to have my friend come and stay with me last night, and we went to Crawford Forest yesterday and just ran with the energies and did some amazing things. So I just thought I'd bring up and have a chat about that and about the energies that are happening at the moment. We are about to have a super moon as well. And that in itself, like the energies are super strong. Last night I actually came outside to let my little doggy actually go to the bathroom, and the moon was just amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Good morning, Roz. How are you? I know, isn't it hard? Like the last couple of weeks, I try and get to work before 8 o'clock so I can actually do your lives. And the staff have actually realised now that I'm actually getting in a lot earlier. So they're coming into my my space and going and asking lots of questions, which is obviously what I'm employed for. But the purpose of it was actually to listen to you and have some personal time. So it didn't quite work out, but I'm getting there and I'm still watching your replays and you're still amazing as ever. So what we're actually talking about today, Roz, and everybody who's joining me, please pop your name in and say hello so I know who is here. Now, the signal's gone a little bit funny. So hopefully I haven't cut out just then. So we actually went to Crawford Forest yesterday, a friend of mine and myself, and we went in searching of some beautiful pieces of fallen timber and grasses and pine cones, all those sorts of things, because she's an artist. And the energy was just so pure and so divine and just absolutely incredible. So I actually took some photos as well. And what we see with the naked eye is very, very different to what the camera actually gave us. And also the energies were just super, super strong. Good morning. Good afternoon, Trina. How you doing? I haven't seen you for a little while. I'm glad that you've been able to pop in. Lovely to see your face again. And Rosa's saying our time is where we need to be and doing what we need to do, being present. Absolutely. It's big at the moment, isn't it? Having to do that, being in this ever-present moment of now. So what I have done, I've actually uploaded a couple of photos just to show you what was happening at Crawford Forest. So the first one that I thought I'd just show you, if I can bring it up. Okay. I'm learning. Rosie, you might need to help me. Hi. There we go. Okay. Yes, I am using Be Live, Roz. I'm still trying to work out that perhaps I've got it loaded, but it won't let me comment. It won't let me do anything. I'm really not quite sure what I've done incorrectly. I might have to set up a new email address or something and try and redo it again. Oh, okay. Can't hear me if I put the image up. Oh, that's a bit annoying. I'm not quite sure how to do it. What I'll do is so what happened, Trina, is with the image that I just popped up, obviously you can see that incredible orb that is in the middle of the screen, and we actually were able to capture the aura as well of that being. And underneath you can actually see a blue light, and that's part of the aura of a galactic being that's actually coming down and going through. And if you actually go down a little bit further, I will pop these also on my Facebook page as well, so that you can actually have some real clear definition. There is a galactic being, a face inside of there, and then in the top left hand by the gum trees you can actually see some of the fairies that were flickering around during the experience that we actually had while we were there. It is a big wow, isn't it, Trina? Oh, my beautiful Sarah's popped in as well. Thank you so much, Sarah. Thanks for popping in again today. Okay, I'm going to pop up another one as well, and this one is showing a lot of aura, a lot of fairies that are coming through, and some more galactic beings. So I just thought I'd do, just show a few. So because a lot of people don't quite understand or realize that, we aren't alone and we are safe as well. So it is a good thing. Hey, and Sue's just popped in as well. Good morning, darling. I was just showing some photos of yesterday, Sue, when you popped in to say hello while I was doing that quick live. And I'm just going to show another one, and hopefully this time I can try and make it work a little bit easier. Let's see what I can do. I did it. Okay. My friend Judy's laughing at me. Okay. So this one here, as you can see, there is just some beautiful, beautiful aura just coming through the trees, and you can see, it's, trees and the flowers, they're alive. Like, it's not just us that actually have auras, but you can also see in here, like, there's more galactic beings, and the way that it's actually shining through, and you can actually see a number of different beings that are actually popping their faces and permitting us to see them. And as you can see, there's an orb, or actually you can't see my pointer, so that's a little bit silly. I have to work out what to do with that. But there's the beautiful orb is right up the top. But, we're just so lucky that we're gifted to actually be surrounded by these beautiful energies and galactic beings. I did it. I'm so excited, Roz. It's funny. Thanks, Trina. Bit of a learning curve here. The nature was just amazing. I did actually put on like the invitation to come and join me this morning was the a picture that I was talking about when I was in the middle of the portal and doing the meditation, and then I decided to ask permission if I could actually do a live, and I took a photo. That photo, I haven't actually uploaded it, which I do apologize, but there is that, it's like what would you call it, like a laser light all the way around, and it's actually the edge of where the portal was. And I've never ever seen that before. I've always been able to sense portals and be aware of them, but that was just like, the evidence, and the clear evidence of that one as well was just incredible. So this one here, I'm just going to pop this up, like right down the bottom on the left hand corner. You can actually see another galactic being, and there's actually a couple more fairies that have been running around as well. So I just thought I'd share those. It's a little bit different to what I normally do on a Sunday, but I just thought, you know what, it's time for reflection. It's time for us to be one with nature, to, be so, how can I describe it? We need to step back, we need to relax and chill and stop for a moment. And that was one of the things that my guides actually said when I was doing a meditation on Friday night. It is okay to stop. It is okay to reset ourselves and to make sure that we are actually in our present moment as well. So, yeah, I just thought, how can I describe this? I feel so different after just having an afternoon with a beautiful friend, being out in nature and just recharging and resetting myself. And it just means that I can now put my next step forward and actually move on and be at one with myself, at peace with myself, and acknowledge and recognize everybody for who they are and what their intention is and the purpose that they have as part of being in my life. Now, would anybody like a quick reading at all before we actually, because we're halfway through, 3 photos and halfway through my session already. I know it takes a little bit. So how did you find yesterday, Judy? I know that you don't want to say anything or be in the photo, but did you feel the energies as well?
Yeah, there was quite a bit there, quite a lot. It was just like it was in some other dimension or something. It was just so pure.
It was, yeah.
It was never touched. And you could just walk and walk. I mean, but it was so strong and beautiful. It felt so good when we left.
It was like we had our own personalized healing, wasn't it? Like, like sewing up all the different holes that we've actually had in our auras and, all those sorts of things. And what was really quite interesting is that all the light, there was hardly any light per se. And the reflections that actually came through on the camera was just amazing. Okay, Trina, let's have a quick look. Any guidance for me if you're drawn? I'm always drawn to you. Thank you so much for your pure intention, though. Thank you. Trina, you've actually done quite a bit of healing of late. You've been working on yourself. Your Tanden is really strong. And so is your core star energy is starting to strengthen up as well. So you've been working really hard. I know that you actually don't quite feel that you have been, but I can assure you that the energy inside yourself and your auras are really starting to strengthen up. Your first layer of aura was quite close to start off with, and I know that we've been working a little bit on that, and it is starting to expand. So as you grow as a person, each level can actually expand to, a greater depth, and that is actually happening for you. It is time to let some of the, bygones be bygones, and, start releasing and forgiving yourself and forgiving others. It doesn't mean that you actually have to live in somebody else's pocket or anything like that and start being best friends again. But the anxiety from all of the feuding and, the he said, she said, etc., is really eating you away. And so with all the work that you're doing, there is still steps that are required, obviously, because we're always growing. Even for myself, I'm continuously, raising things, and things are coming up and coming out, and I need to clear those and heal those. And then the next layer comes up and the next layer. So, you know, it's an ever evolving process that we're all on. But you're doing so well. Okay. But if you can start doing that forgiveness of yourself and of others, and I just get a feeling, I'm not sure if it's a biological parent, but a mother figure that you've had a little bit of an out with, by being able to forgive and do that core light energy that we talked about with the, you know, the spiritual heart light that we go through, and sending that out with pure love intention, you'll probably find that things will change quite dramatically. Okay. But yeah, keep going the way you're going. You're doing really, really well. Okay. And Sarah, okie dokie. Let's see what's happening here for you, buddy boy, girl, I should say. Someone's actually saying to me, Sarah, that road trip, like, are you planning on having some girly time with somebody? That it's just time for you just to get in, do a Thelma and Louise, just don't go over the cliff, but to go for a drive and just be free and keep the windows down. Just get all the collywobbles out of your brain and out of your mind. The monkey mind where it's continuously chatting all the time needs to be free, and just take a really deep breath. You keep looking behind you. I'm not quite sure exactly what is happening at the moment, but something from the past, and it was actually about 6 months ago, is really eating away at you. And so it's actually holding back your spiritual growth and the awareness that you're having. It's around about a foot just behind you, and like you keep trying to reach back, but it's like, and you know, to take it on, and then you move away again, and it's like, and then you're doing it again, and it's causing a lot of sadness. So it's just a matter, sit down, meditate on it, because you know the experience. I don't need to mention it. You know what's actually happened. And like, just work out what you can actually do to actually heal that side of things as well. All right. It's not your fault. People have to be responsible for their own actions. Okay. And sometimes I feel that you're someone's punching bag is what's coming to my mind. That they're quite willing to actually look at you and nurture you and make you feel really good. And then all of a sudden they just go bang, and all of a sudden you're being knocked out for a 6. And it's been happening quite a lot over the years, but this one was a very big bang. So let me just freshen. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It just went a bit dead there for a second, so I've stopped. Now, Sarah, it's really important to understand it's not your fault, okay? This particular person can be quite narcissistic, so they're really, really nice, and then all of a sudden they do that massive bang with the, like, as I said, with the punching bag, and it knocks you for a 6. So there's a couple of things that we can actually do there. Obviously, you need to look and reflect on yourself. But at any stage, if you'd like to do any healing with me, I'm happy to help you with that side of things as well, so that we can actually get you back onto the track and the spiritual path that you're actually on. And stop panicking also about, my hands have just gone really, really sweaty. You're doing well, okay? Stop second guessing yourself. Everything's going okay. Thank you so much. Appreciated your message for me. Definitely hear you. Thanks, Trina. Do appreciate that. Okay. How did you go with that one, Sarah? Did that resonate with you? So one of the things as well is just making sure for ourselves that we actually do stay in our own place. Today is a day of reverence for a lot of people. So today is Anzac Day, and for myself, obviously my father did fight for the country in his own beliefs. And wanting to make sure that, and when I did ask him one day, I said, why did you go to war and why did you do that? And he said, so that you could actually wake up in the middle of the night and feel safe and to be safe. So on that side of things, on a personal level, I do acknowledge that, but I also do acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of our lands, all lands and waterways, okay? And as you know, that holds very dear to my heart. So that is past, present, and emerging, and I would like to acknowledge that. I do acknowledge that I'm actually being permitted to be birthed on Kaurna land also. So it is a special day. It's a special day of reverence for all of us, okay? Yes, I understand that it's Anzac Day, but we also have had our own inner turmoil of war and fighting inside ourselves of trying to get freedom as well. So it's a number of different variations that we can actually place on Anzac Day. And I just really think that let's just sit in peace and just, make sure that we can actually love our next door neighbour, as much as we possibly can. There are so many people out there that will put 199% effort in to try and do world peace. But if we could all just commit to 10%, and that might be just like being nice to our next door neighbour, and then, all of a sudden that next door neighbour can be nice to the next door neighbour, and then that next door neighbour can be nice to the next door neighbour, and really starting to get to know, and things will actually start bubbling, and at that ripple effect that everyone talks about of throwing that stone in the water and actually allowing the ripples to come through. That ripple effect is going to make a massive difference for all of us if we can actually just be nice. And I was talking to Judy yesterday about the word sorry. We can all say it as an automatic reaction, but it makes a massive difference if we are sorry, how about looking that person in the eye and actually acknowledging that sorry for what it's meant to be? And that is just so important. So, stopping our automatic reactions like, sorry, and knowing my luck. I know that we've talked about this one in the past, knowing my luck, and how I've actually stopped myself from saying that because it was a habit. So as soon as it used to come into my mind, I go, knowing my luck, I'm going to have a beautiful day. Knowing my luck, everything's going to go smoothly. I've even done knowing my luck. I'm going to get every single set of lights so I can actually get to work on time. But, the sincerity and actually the heartfelt, the way that we actually speak, the way that we speak to each other and acknowledge each other is really, really important. And it can make such a difference because our tone of voice, the way that we actually hold our body language, the way that we look at each other makes a massive difference. And if we can just start as of today, so even when, like, say, for example, your partner starts talking to you and you're doing the dishes, how about just drying your hands and turning around and actually looking at that person and acknowledging and interacting? It makes such a difference to the whole dynamics of the relationship, the dynamics of the house and the energy in the house. Everything shifts and changes. Okay. I'm not sure on the incident from 6 months ago. I did have a horrible experience with a psychologist that rattled me. The sweaty hands might be my Reiki I'm doing. It certainly is your Reiki. Well, okay. That's something that would not be, okay. So Sarah, At any stage, if you want to talk, if you want to actually have some time to connect with me, and we can book some time, whether you want to do it on Skype or come to my place, and we can, work on the spiritual side of things with that, because that can actually make a massive difference, especially if someone is meant to be a professional and has really knocked the wind out of your socks, and, that's really tough. So I'm so sorry that actually happened to you, because you don't deserve it. You are a pure-hearted person with the great intentions. So, yeah, you just look after you and keep well and keep safe. Now, that's it for me. That's probably the shortest live I've actually had since I've started. And now I don't know why the internet is just going up and down. I think Spirit's actually having a little bit of a play with it today. So keep well, keep safe, and just have the most incredible, amazing day. This is our day. It's a day of reflection. It's a day of just remembering everybody. We all have our own inner turmoil, but just making that massive difference, okay, and acknowledging it. That acknowledgement, it doesn't mean that you actually take on someone else's anxiety or issues. It's just making sure that you can be there for them, because we all need that one friend. And that was very evident here in Adelaide the other day. So that one friend does make a massive difference. You're right, Roz. Timing is perfect in whatever is gifted. Thank you. Well, with that beautiful words, I'm going to sign off. It's Mary Kathleen Waters, and you'll be able to watch the replay, obviously. Don't forget to, if you do want to connect with me for any type of healing, you all know, I'm a shamanic healer. I also do crystal healings, aura cleansing, land clearings, home clearings, and I'm obviously also a psychic medium. So I'm here for you at any time. Just message me. I know that this seems to be a bit of an issue with my booking calendar at the moment, so I'll be working on that one as well. But keep well, keep safe, and bye for now. Take care.